guys, Captain Rick here with Captain Ray Rosher of the Miss Brit Charter Fleet and also the owner of R&R Tackle. And Ray, you guys now have got into the business of creating lures for specific species of fish, which I'm really grateful for. That was certainly, there's a lot of categories of stuff that needs to be addressed. Let's start off first with your Wahoo magnets. Look at the packaging. You know, the biggest problem once you use a lure one time is what do you do after you take it out of the packaging? And I know that on the Murphy's Law boat, we use this time and time again. I love the fact that we could just simply pull this off and look, it's even in its right place. You know, we don't necessarily tie wrap it again, but my point is that this is designed so that I can slide this out of...
We just make a cut.
Cut, yeah. And anyway, so then when I get done at the end of the day, I push that through the bottom and then take that off and then I can put it back. So tell me why this is different than other ones out there in the world.
Well, the biggest difference is I designed a head that's longer than normal so that we can integrate the vinyl skirt and the nylon skirt. Oh,
so we got rubber in here as well as
right. You know how a lot of times there are two different lures. Yeah. This is all one lure, and a big 7691S basically means you've got one big safe hook. Double hooks can be pretty problematic when it comes to getting a fish in the boat, you know, gaffing the fish. Let's say he's got the front hook in his mouth, back hook's doing that. I know Brett Duda's got one right through his calf all the way through. So I'm a big fan of safety, and you know, when we marlin fish, we only use single tuna bend hook in the back.
Right.
And you know, why would you do anything different for a wahoo? If you miss the fish on the first bite, usually the second bite's more aggressive is what I've seen. So I've had really good luck with this. Stiff rigged, bead spacers so that the hook is as far back in the lure as possible. Means if he bites halfway up the lure, that puts the hook further back than if the hook was in the middle of the lure.
And again, what I love about R&R and what you guys do is you simply make the novice guy, the guy that's going out, it's already pre-rigged and pre-made for him. All he's got to do is simply tie it onto his shock cord, you know?
Yep.
All right, so what else, Ray?
Well, we have some trolling lures, little tuna magnets that we made really for blackfin tunas. Here in South Florida, we get a lot of small tunas, and you get those all around the world, really. You've got a same kind of rigging, a tuna-style hook at the back end of the skirt, same bead spacers. You'll find that pretty consistent through all of our lures. Mahi magnets are the same way, too. You can see the hook there is all the way in the back.
Right.
The difference is this is designed more for dolphin. It's a squid-style lure. This is a small feather for tunas, although we catch plenty of
mixing and matching.
Yeah, but we kind of mix it in our spread. We'll fish one of these feathers far back. As you know, tunas typically are boat shy, so we'll put that maybe 200 or 300 feet behind the boat, sometimes further depending on the situation. These we can fish even shorter, and we get a lot more. You know, believe it or not, I've caught spearfish, white marlin, blue marlin, and many sailfish on both of them, but especially the Mahi magnet.
So if you guys are wondering about the different colors, you can go to R&R Tackle for sure and see the variety of different colors of tuna magnets, Mahi magnets. Now, Ray, you've come inshore. You've come into my wheelhouse here, bud. So let's talk a little bit about your flare hawk style of jigs. I love the nylon mixed with, you know, all the different color variations.
We even have one now that's a flare buck.
A flare buck.
You know, bucktail hair and nylon. So that's coming for you soon.
Okay.
But anyways, these are just a flare hawk style, and we have a variety of heads, like the aspirin heads, 3 sizes for different depths of water and different size fish. But one thing that I try to be very consistent on is a hook that's stronger than most people think you need. For that time when you hook a really big tarpon or a big snook and you got to put some heat on them. I never want the hook to be the source of the problem.
Right. Right, so, and it never should be.
We don't, you know, you might find cheaper jigs sometimes, but you're not going to find jigs that have
that quality,
better components. We spend money on the hooks and the tying, and we seal all the threads.
Yeah.
All the head paint is sealed with clear.
Right.
So we're not talking about just the cheapest dip it once and paint falls off every time you hit the deck with it.
You know? Right.
So,
love it.
Yep.
I love the fact that I can take it one day, I can take it grouper fishing, and the next day I can take it snook fishing in the inlet.
Yep.
Speaking of snook fishing, let's talk a little bit about the inline jig that you guys have created.
Yep. So a little swim bait. I'm a big fan of a line through setting, you know, where you can hook a tarpon or a snook or a dolphin, and that fish comes up and shakes his head violently, and this hook can detach, and now the weight of that lure is not attached to the hook, therefore you don't get the leverage associated with that can dehook the fish.
How heavy and how many different colors do we have this?
2 different weights and about, I want to say 6 or 7 colors. We're still, believe it or not, we're still in the finalization of color patterns and you know, painting tails 2 tones. That one's a 1-tone color, but actually have a bunch of new models coming out that are multiple colors, even freshwater offerings for peacock bass and muskies and largemouth bass.
We got to get you tied in with some fish bites, and maybe we can make the tails with you. Now you have scented as well as detachable heads.
Yep, I'm all ears.
Keep up the good work at R&R Tackle. Guys, if you like this video, you want to know more about the full product line of R&R Tackles, you could certainly go to rnrtackle.com. But more importantly, if you like this video, make sure you click on the link, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.
And ask your dealers.
That's right.
Yep. Thank you.